Previously, on Taverns and Caverns, Path A. Oh, okay, so, yeah, this one actually made me really happy, if I'm being honest, guys. So the party made their way back to the Quacking Donkey in the mid-morning, which is normal enough, right? Except Damien spotted the back of a bald head across the room and just knew. And sure enough, it was Ediar Desone of House Desone, as Ediar always says it, and just sitting there like he hadn't been gone for months. And I mean months. It had been, I don't even know how many months since the party last saw him. Apparently, he had to step away from everything because of family emergency, which I completely understand. Well, I think I do. Don't have much of a family. But family comes first, I guess. Guildmaster Vanillus had tracked him down and reached out, and honestly, that's very Vanillus of him. I'm not surprised the Guildmaster would do such a thing. And, well, he brought Ediar back to help the party with whatever is coming next. Not really sure what he's got in store for us, but I hope we're prepared for it. And as for Nomu, he's still out there, still searching for the elixir of life. And I think about that a lot, honestly. Elroy was a friend of mine too, so I understand why Nomu won't stop. I just really hope he finds it. But for now, the party is back together. Well, mostly together, that is. And honestly, it feels like the pieces are falling into place for something big. I hope we're prepared for what comes next. Episode 57, A Familiar Light, Part 2.
The waiter brings whatever food that you all desire for your breakfast. And as the waiter brings you your food and drinks, you're able to discuss more details about things. But I'll say in the meantime, do you tell Ediar anything about the Spirylith incident that you came across not too long ago at the research facility? Do you fill him in on that?
We sitting at a table right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ediar can't see.
I don't know Ediar enough to think if that's even something to even mention to him, so I can't have a say in that.
Isundra will fill him in on it because he kind of knows like her backstory, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you know her imaginary friend, Ediar? Dickhead.
yeah, Ediar thinks he's still mad up, right?
So
Napoleon Fayapart took her evocations.
He did
Actually,
what now?
I'm not this powerful now. And look at my feet! She pulls up her shirt or skirt.
Damien kind of broadly gestures in front of her to block anyone's view.
I have hooved feet right now.
Well, to be honest, you weren't very powerful before to begin with, so I don't think.
Oh, wow!
Ediar! Never mind, you haven't changed.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. How could you say that? Her melty brain shit has gotten us through a lot of tough times, okay?
And you said this is a cleric.
I'm just speaking the truth.
yes, he is a cleric of Solaris, goddess of the sun.
The sun. I'll keep that in mind next time. Okay.
There was one time he told Isundra that she would sleep on the floor. You remember this, Ediar?
Listen, the bed was mine. I cannot sleep on the floor.
A selfish cleric at that too.
You know what money can't buy? An arm wrestling win against Grasha. She'd crush you, just like she did back then. I miss her.
We haven't seen her in a long while.
I know, right? And
Yes.
Damien pushes the plate of toast toward Thaddeus. Eat your toast.
Yes, I hope Grasha is doing okay. I haven't seen her in a long time. You get used to Ediar, guys, as he's talking to Alaric and Thaddeus. Ediar is different, but he is trustworthy, and he does well in combat. He has saved my life a couple times on the battlefield.
And it's good to have another cleric here with us, Ediar.
The more
Good to have
heals,
you
the
here as
better. All right, so we've got an agenda for today. I was hoping against that, but it's fine. So we go talk to Iman.
Why? What'd you want to do?
Nothing. Last night was insane.
That's true. Last night was pretty crazy.
But now that I know that Thaddeus isn't as boring as he acts, we can go out to a brothel and kick it sometime. If it means you stop pouting around here.
I do not go to brothels.
Fine. But it's kind of hard to find good parties around here, you know? But I'll see what I can find for us.
No, Thaddeus is giving Damien a look, don't we? Saying like, don't be saying that out loud. Basically.
After how you was acting, you were not trying to hide it.
Eddie R overhears this conversation and asks, Damien, are you married?
What's it to you? But yes, you met my wife. Why are you being funny? Why? Does that matter? I can go to parties.
Interesting. Maybe you should tame your parties a little bit, okay?
I don't go to parties. I'm a middle-aged dad fighting for money. But it seemed like Thaddeus was pretty disappointed in the fact that he all thought we were going to have a good time. And so I feel like I owe the guy a good time.
As long as he's the only one getting the good time.
I don't think Thaddeus should go to those kind of places.
I'll keep an eye on him. Actually, I would have rolled perception. What Eddie R got on? Since he got all this money now. Yeah, that's a 20. What's the drip looking like?
I'll let Julian describe what Eddie R is
Right.
looking like right now.
Eddie R has some chainmail covered in some blue and gold embossed cloth, wearing a buckler shield instead of the old tower shield you used to know, embroidered with the crest of House Desone.
Yeah.
He's like Thaddeus. Thaddeus has his family crest on his shield too.
Actually, I want to make his perception too. To see where he bought that from, if he could tell.
All right, make a perception.
He's got to open his character sheet too.
No, I had to flip it. I had to flip it on the wrong page. I had it on the wrong page.
15. You're able to get a good look at the shield. You wanted to ask him when he bought it.
I was talking about his clothes.
Oh, his clothes.
Yeah, the clothes.
15. You that's a pretty high roll to see what kind of clothing he's wearing. Yeah, are you wondering if he might have bought it from the boutique?
Yeah.
So, Julian, our lovely paladin here, Thaddeus Faust, his family is of nobles, and they own a beauty boutique here in the city of New Tempest. They sell very many beauty supplies, all from perfumes and makeup to clothing and such. I'll allow you to discuss or say if you got your new clothing from this boutique or not.
I don't actually know where the clothing specifically comes from. I had them special ordered, and I had someone else tasked with getting them delivered to me.
Well, I can make a suggestion if you want something of better quality.
Damn, are you saying the quality's bad?
I'll keep that in
They're
mind.
either going to be best friends or they're going to be passive-aggressive frenemies.
He gives the card of the lunar glow.
The next time I head back home, I can do some research to figure out exactly where I got my clothes from.
Man, I'm kind of scared for y'all to know each other.
Why?
Teaming up on me and
that?
shit. All right, trying to put too many rules in the group.
Well, Thaddeus just got real hungover and didn't yell at us that bad, so I feel like it was fine.
And Damien, rules provide structure. You need good rules to make sure the group doesn't fall apart.
No, I agree, but like,
Yeah, this group does need a little bit more rules.
what? Like what? Give me one rule that would make this group better. Just one.
I'll get back with you on that.
See? He throws his hands up. They cry, they complain, but they never leave.
Well, for now, no more shaking down clergymen like you've done in the past.
That's a lie.
Slander.
Wait, does Damien do this?
Who you gonna believe? Someone that just lied to you, but apologized to you, or someone you just met?
Someone that you know very well.
All right, I did it once, but he's like framing it like, I did it regularly, and that wasn't true.
Once is already more than enough.
Besides, that was money Eddie R gave him, and I just took that. It didn't
Well-
seem that bad to me at the time. In retrospect, I guess I regret it. But what can you do?
Well,
Again, as long as you've learned from your actions and don't do it again, it'll be fine. But again, rules provide structure.
Also, Addis frowns upon things like that, stealing other one's fortune.
oh yes, if we didn't say, Ediar, Thaddeus is a paladin of the god of Erdis, the god of good fortune. Is that correct, Thaddeus?
Yes, Addis. Correct.
So we have members here. One that follows Erdis, the god of fortune. Solaris, the goddess of the sun, and Lunaris, the goddess of the moon. Quite the group we have here of holy men. No wonder Damien is a bit shook.
I just feel the group getting more and more rigid by the second. But hey, every group has to go through changes and different dynamics to grow closer, I guess. And who knows if this is the permanent fixture of the group.
So Edyar, are you going to be staying with us from now on? What is happening with you and the family now? Are you going to be traveling with us on every mission? Are you back with Katinko?
He's not gonna not sleep on his Egyptian cotton sheets.
I still have business to take care of at back home, so I'll come and go as tasks need to be solved back at home.
I see. So you're new.
But for now, I'll be here for at least a little bit.
Well, now you got money, we don't really need to cut you in on the job money, right?
You can always use more money.
That's crazy. All right. We got more people in the group now.
But this is okay. I mean, we will figure it out as we go. The more dangerous these missions get, the more we can ask for, yes?
Yes.
That's quite. And also, the more people here, the faster we can get tasks done.
This is very true. It's like we're having Grasha and Rogar and Nomu with the party like before, and Eldoroy. We split it that way back then. We can split it again. Plus, we have a lot of money from our last mission with you-know-who. Speaking of which, have we told Edyar about you-know-who?
Trying to make a resurgence?
Yes, remember we had discussion with Tobias.
Yeah. Damien looks around to make sure no one's listening in. He kind of whispers to Edyar. She's making Tobias do his dirty work now. He's asking for our help. He needs out.
We didn't tell him.
Edyar whispers back, I don't know if there's a way out.
We didn't tell Tobias who it is, right?
No.
No, it's a Skull Reaver to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did not tell him that.
We got out. It's kind of messed up.
Did you really
just not help him.
Our circumstances? Did you really call the circumstances we are in call being outs? You're not even allowed to speak of the subject.
Well, I'm doing it right now. And you're a big noble now. Sometimes things work out. We're whispering because there's no one else's business. I'm scared of Varys Dark. Yeah, nothing. All right, I'm heading to the guild. Okay. And he goes up there and pays like what, a copper or whatever for Thaddeus toast.
Yeah. We'll just say it's only a couple gold for all your guys' food. Probably about like 3 gold for everybody. There's no copper or silver.
The cost of his meal specifically.
Yeah, what did Edyar's cost?
Edyar's with the Wagyu and everything. And the wine. The fancy wine that you have ordered. Edyar, your meal alone comes up to about 30 gold.
Damn. I could afford that.
Yeah.
Edyar passes the gold over. Thank you for the fine meal, young gentlemen.
The man nods. Thank you, sir, and thank you all for being such fine patrons of our establishment. We hope to see you again soon. He walks away, and
Damien looks disgusted. You even finished a plate. You still have pieces left?
I got 4.
Jesus.
It's better to waste food than to overeat.
And this is somebody that's supposed to help communities? You're advocating for wasting food? I ain't gonna lie though. If this is the philosophy you've been going by, it's working for you. You're looking a little trim. You look in good shape, Edyar.
I have to uphold the dignity as the leader of House Tozone.
Well, yeah, when all you eat is bread. You get a little... It doesn't matter. Welcome back.
Glad to be back.
So, with everyone eating their meals, you all head back towards the Adventurers Guild. And Yatari is still nowhere to be seen for the time being. But as you guys make your way to the guild, you spend time eating and talking for a good hour or so. So it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock now by the time you reach the Adventurers Guild of New Tempest. And as you enter the guild hall, it's as busy as it typically is for this time of the day. And when you enter the guild hall, you notice there's several other adventurers walking about, taking on quests, grouping up with one another, looking at the different quests on the quest board that they may be able to partake in. But as you're looking around, you don't spot anyone that you necessarily recognize. The counter does not have Linnell behind it like it typically does. There's the other guy that you had spoken to before that is tending to the desk. And as the 6 of you enter the guild hall, what do you all do? Do you head up to the counter to speak with one of the people that are behind it, or do you do something different?
Thaddeus is going to ask Isundra for that scribe stone back.
Oh, she hands it over.
Or he forgets.
And as she hands that back, do you all head up to the front desk to talk to the receptionist there, or do you stick around looking around at other things?
Damien looks at Isundra. Damn, she's off work again. She changed her schedule or something?
Think she's avoiding me? Actually, it's a good thing because right now I am going through it.
I guess that's true.
Yes, you are.
But it is
going
not
through
like
it.
her. She's very consistent.
And perhaps she was tasked with other duties by Iman Vanellis. Because remember, he did go to that facility with others to do things.
You think they sent her to the facility?
I do not know. Perhaps.
That's
They
dangerous.
better not have risked her, right?
Right.
Well, there was a big group of them. He went himself too.
I don't know how strong they are.
I would hope he is very strong if he is guildmaster, yes?
I don't know. He's got us out here doing everything.
Well, guildmaster has many duties other than just fighting on the field, right? You cannot be everywhere at once. I mean,
Well,
Thaddeus would know, right? You are friends with Iman. Isn't that correct, Thaddeus?
He is very capable, yes.
But are you friends with him?
I'd like to think so, but
Yes, see? Well, I will go ask receptionist then. Yaito walks up to the receptionist, and there's a man standing behind there counting some coins and going through some notes, and he looks up at the party. Yes, how can I help you? Well, we are here to speak with Iman Vanellis. We were summoned by him. This is Captain Cole. He should know the name of the group. And the receptionist looks around. Oh, actually, yes. I was told that you would be coming. Actually, one moment. Let me go and contact proper member of the guild to let them know that you are here. And the receptionist, he runs off, and after a few moments, he comes back, and there is another man walking back with him. But this man is someone none of you recognize except for Thaddeus. It is not Iman Vanellis. There is a half-elf who is wearing studded leather armor who steps out. He has this custom-crafted elven longbow that is strapped over his shoulders, and he's wearing this very, I should say, a beautifully crafted rune-etched cloak that shimmers as he's walking. And he has this long, thin black hair that's tied up to a ponytail and pretty bright blue eyes. He's a half-elf that steps out with olive-like skin. He's about, I'd say, 5'9" or so, lean and built as far as athletic. Thaddeus, you know this guy. You know him as Theric Veilheart. He is also one of Iman Vanellis' right-hand men. He is one of the higher officials here at the Adventurers Guild, and he is known with his skills to be an arcane archer. So much of his combat prowess deals with magical arcanes with his bow. He's very skilled, but he is more of a sniper and or assassin type guild adventurer that does work for Iman on the side. So Thaddeus, you have definitely dealt with Theric Veilheart before. You've gone on missions with him. You're in pretty good terms with him, but you're not buddies or anything of the sort. But he steps out, and he comes out with a smile as he looks at the group. And as he looks over the group, he notices Ediar de Sone is there with you. And he just introduces himself. Welcome back to the Adventurers Guild. It is my apologies on behalf of Guildmaster Iman Vanellis, but he is still taking care of business at the research facility, which I would like to discuss with you in his stead. He looks over at Thaddeus and gives you a nod. Welcome back, Thaddeus. It's good to see you. And it looks like Ediar de Sone, I assume, as he looks at Ediar. Am I correct in my assumption?
Yes, you are correct. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yes. And he looks over. I think this is my first time meeting not only you, but as the rest of the group here. Yaito, Isundra, Damien, and Alaric, Silverwind. Again, I am Theric Veilheart, one of Iman Vanellis' right-hand men. I am higher in the ranks here at the New Tempest Branch Adventurers Guild. It's a pleasure to meet you all. But come back, let us discuss what Iman wanted to discuss with you. You can trust that I will take whatever you say to Iman in his stead, but let us speak privately outside of the rest of the ears here at the Guild Hall. So if you don't mind, please follow me. Come to my office. Turns around, he begins to walk off. And just like Iman, he does have this commanding presence to him, as many of the other guild members spot him stepping out. Many of them that do know who he is bow their heads. They give him this respect because they know he is one of the higher officials of the Adventurers Guild. He has proven himself to be capable and one of the more skilled adventurers at the guild. But as he takes the party back to the back rooms, he doesn't take you to Iman's office. He actually has his own office for himself. And as he enters his office, he allows you all to enter, and he has a couple of chairs that you all can sit in. And as he shuts the door behind him, he smiles. So, would any of you like any tea or anything, snacks, while we discuss what we must discuss? And Yaito raises his hand. Yes, I will take some tea, please. Anyone else would like a snack or two?
Some tea for me as well.
All right.
I am good, thank you.
And Damien, Isundra, Thaddeus, any of you?
I will take tea.
I'm good. Thanks.
He looks at Thaddeus. What about you, Paladin?
No, thanks. I'm more of a coffee drinker myself.
I should have known. I've seen you drink the coffee every now and then on our missions. For those that don't know, Thaddeus and I go back. Isn't that right, Thaddeus? We've gone on a couple missions. We've slain the undead. We've slain the thieves of New Tempest and taken out a foe or two. Even killed a demon. Isn't that right, Thaddeus? Have you told them that story? Have you spoken much about me?
No.
Sorry, I haven't really had that much of a chance.
Well, that is a shame. He snaps his fingers, and you see a mage hand appears in the middle of the room, and it begins to float as it begins to prepare some of the tea that he mentioned. As the mage hand's preparing the tea, the mage hand snaps its fingers and creates a small fire under the teapot to begin heating the tea. And as Theric walks around, he walks over to his desk and he sits down. He seems to be a bit more easygoing in his personality compared to Iman Vanellis, who Iman demanded that respect. He seemed to be like a general of sorts, whereas Theric is more of a laid-back individual. As his mage hand prepares all of you tea and passes the cups along the room, he puts his feet up on his desk, kicks back, something that Iman Vanellis definitely wouldn't do, and he just smiles and he goes, well, on to business then. So, as I've mentioned, Iman Vanellis, he still has not returned from the research facility that you all were recently at, which I heard nasty stories of Spirylith. Is that true? You guys really fought the Spirylith, that is. Something that I haven't dealt with in quite some time. How many Cerevoids did you slay? I'm curious.
Mm,
Now,
Like
at least
4 in those
4 or
eggs,
5.
right?
Yeah.
You've slayed 4 or 5 cerevoids. Interesting. Like while they were in the cocoons, in their metamorphosis stage, or did you fight them after they hatched?
Both. Thaddeus hacked up some of the eggs before they could fully hatch, and there were some little starfish, disgusting.
The mind piercers.
Yeah, whatever. And then big humanoid types.
Yeah, the you had the mind piercers. The cerevoids are the final stage of the metamorphosis of the Sporylith. The mind reavers, I'm assuming you fought a bunch of those. The second stage of the metamorphosis, the ones that are very humanoid looking, that have smiling teeth. They never stop
There's
grinning.
more? Oh,
well, yes,
God.
the Sporylith come in many stages. The mind piercers, followed by the mind reavers, and then the cerevoids, which are the
Yeah, I can't remember how many. I know that it looked like there were cerevoids in the way, but did we actually encounter any cerevoids?
yeah, we did.
You fought at least one cerevoid.
I was gonna say it's like 1 or 2, but I don't remember like.
You mostly fought mind piercers and mind reavers.
And
You
then
only fought 1 or 2 cerevoids, though.
Yeah, because I think there's one coming from like 2 different directions, like
Yeah.
one from each different direction.
Yes.
So it's like 2 total.
Well, I must praise that you were able to defeat the Sporylith. It's not a very easy task to do. That's why Iman Vanellis himself went out to the research facility with several other members of the guild. Another reason why he didn't join you guys in your expedition at the Ashenbrook Manor that I'm hearing about recently. Apparently you came across some vampire spawn. But before we get into that, there's a lot we got to talk about. Ediar Desone, Iman Vanellis has requested your presence, so I'm happy to see that you've returned to New Tempest. I hear that you are now the head of your family. I heard that your father passed. You have my condolences. But with you being back, means we have much to do and to discuss, because Iman has quite a bit of things he wanted me to relay to you. But first, before we get into that, this business that you had last night at the Ashenbrook Manor, I don't know if they've discussed this with you already, Ediar, but your friends here have infiltrated a event known as the Scarlet Soiree, which they found some vampire spawn. Our other members of the guild researched and looked into the manor and didn't find much of anything else. Whatever other vampire spawn that were left behind were either caught and killed or have fled the area. So many of the town's guards have been informed of the vampire spawn, and the town is now aware of this situation now that the attendees have fled the scene, and I'm sure many of them have spread word of these vampire spawn. So we are now keeping our eyes peeled for these spawn. But was there anything else you happened to find? Did you kill an actual vampire last night? And I know you weren't there, Ediar, so this is more of a question for the rest of you.
Unfortunately, we did not kill any vampires.
Did the spawn talk about their master at any time? Do we know what vampire commands them?
Yes. So before I slain the remaining vampire spawn, she mentioned the name Valen Samaras.
Valen Samaras. Can't say I know that name. Anything else about this Valen Samaras? As he's listening, he snaps another finger, and there's a second mage hand that begins to take notes for him.
Yes. So Damien and I decided to stay at this far away to investigate a bit more, and I found underneath one of the spawn's bed there was a hatch that led to one of their notes for pretty much a diary, but it was more just a note that spoke about their lives as a vampire spawn, what they did, and who is Valen Samaras. In addition, there was a diagram that gave a clue to where we can find Valen.
Oh, now you are getting interesting here, Alaric, with this information. So a diagram, you said. Did you have it on you?
Yes, here's the crimson diagram.
Theric takes that diagram, takes a look at it. Interesting. Seems pretty blank, though. Some magic tied to this?
Yes, there was some sort of magical inscription that detailed where Valen lived. Find out that it is near Runeswick to the west. There's a forest with an abandoned guards tower there. That is where Valen lives
Very
or
specific.
resides.
Very specific coordinates here. Well, this is good news. Unfortunately, Brunswick is to the far west on the borders of Londe, almost encroaching upon the nation of Virbaldor, the dwarves. Pretty far out there. Fortunately, though, we do have some branches of the Adventurers Guild that might have members out there that can investigate this particular issue. But this Valen Samaras, if he is a true vampire, that means he is much stronger than the Spawn, which is not going to be someone that's easily trifled with. I will speak with Iman about this and see what he would like to do about this Valen Samaras.
Well, I would like to personally be one of the adventurers to go pursue this. If I may, I don't mean to speak out of order.
Are you the only one? Is this how the rest of the group feels? Is this something you really wish to investigate as a group? I mean, vampires are not things to trifle with. The Spawn were something else. Vampires are much more powerful. Thaddeus knows. Isn't that right, Thaddeus? You and I killed a vampire once back in the day. It wasn't easy. You almost had your ass handed to you, if I remember correctly. He gives you a smile, Thaddeus.
He gives a little smirk back. Yeah, that was a tough one.
Is that how the rest of you feel? You wish to hunt down this Valen Somaris. I know Ediar wasn't with you last night, but...
Yes, but I should also mention our group was split among fighting 2 vampire spawn, and I believe we did pretty well. None of us was gravely injured. We all did our parts with making sure we was able to take care of the vampire spawn. I was even able to pursue the one that was attempting to flee.
Alaric is too confident. He's like, we did it and no one got hurt, so
Hey,
what's the big
I
deal?
know. A character
The
flaw.
challenge
So
rating is the big deal, Kendall.
I know, but like I gotta develop a character development. So here is one of his flaws. He's still wet behind the ears, doesn't know anything. He's eager to try to show that he's a good, powerful cleric that's trying to do good.
You just don't know. See, me and Ediar had already been werewolves for a little bit, so I'm a vampire too.
Tharic looks at you and he just takes this all in. He looks over at Ediar. Well, Ediar, with you being brand new to the current situation, being gone, what are your thoughts on this? Is this something you yourself are interested in? Because there is something else, another mission that I think would also catch your attention. But what are your thoughts on this vampire, Ediar de Sone? Do you think the vampire needs to be snuffed out?
Getting rid of vampires is always a high priority. It should be done with the utmost care and urgency. So I think we should prioritize this.
Interesting. Of course. You are a cleric as well, so I'm not too surprised you would come to that conclusion. So before we continue on this Valen talk, which is highly important, as we all know, he had spawn all over our city, which is not something we want to continue to happen. And with us killing his spawn, I'm sure he is well aware of it. Not sure if a vampire knows when his spawn die, but if that's the case, then he probably knows that you killed his spawn, which he's probably upset about. So before we talk more about Mr. Valen here, Iman wanted me to discuss with you the Sporylith. From what they discovered, they snuffed out and killed whatever Sporylith they could at the research facility. But we have bad news. Upon leaving the facility and transferring the artifacts to another location, they come across a mind reaver above ground of that research facility in the woods that the facility was hidden in. Which means that the Sporylith escaped the underground facility and found their way above ground, which means there is a potential that they migrated elsewhere.
Oh, God.
And as you all know, the Sporylith are creatures that can spread their kind quickly. We all know the history of what happened at the Sanguine Isle stockades many, many years ago when the Sporylith first were awoken on our planet of reverie. Iman Vanellis has already communicated with the King of Londe of the potential findings of Sporylith, and thanks to your mission of finding them at the research facility, the Guildmaster has informed the King of the current situation of the potential migration of the Sporylith. The King wishes for the Adventurers Guild to take care of the Sporylith as quickly as possible without informing the public of the findings. So this is going to be information that I don't want any of you to speak about to any of the civilians or even other members of the group that are outside of this room. Only a specific handful of adventurers here that Iman Vanellis trusts has knowledge of this, most of them being with him right now at the research facility. But the king has offered a couple of soldiers to help the guilds throughout the nation search for these potential breeding grounds of the Sporylith, because you know, if they are left unchecked, they can spread. They're like bugs. Which leads me to my next discussion. One of you here, I heard, had an experience with a Sporylith, a Cerevoid, particularly, in the past. He looks at Isundra. Iman Vanellis told me that your parents were killed by one of these, a Cerevoid, to be specific. Where was this Cerevoid, Isundra? And did you kill it? Because I don't think you did.
Well, geez, what if I had? You're just saying I didn't. Rude.
Well, you were a teeny beeny level 2 or 3 character.
Okay, I mean,
time.
I didn't, but I'm not gonna say that. Oh, where was I? I don't know.
You were to the east of the village of Deercrest, where you all first met at the tavern on episode 1 of season 1. It was not too far east from that village of Deercrest.
It was near the village of Deercrest. And no, I did not kill it. I did get my powers, though. Worst day of my life.
I heard you are a warlock, which don't know what patron you follow, but
The worst one.
oh, well, you have my
The
condolences. So you didn't kill the Sporylith. So that location, do you know how to get back to it? Do you know exactly where that was? You said east of Deercrest. I know where that village lies. But was it in the woods? Was it in a mountain? Where did you come across this Cerevoid?
It was in the woods.
In the woods. Out in the open of the woods. Was it in a cave?
Oh,
Underground?
yeah, it was in a cave, yeah.
Okay. So with that being the case, that is a very important location that we have to investigate as well. So
I assume
Iman,
she'd be able to get back there.
yeah, you would be able to. You would remember. That was such a important day for Isundra. You would remember exactly where that was. So I'm going to give you 2 options here. The Sporylith, truthfully, in my opinion, and I'm speaking on behalf of my own opinion, not Iman's opinion, the Sporylith are much more troublesome and much more of a threat than a vampire. Yes, a vampire creates spawn. Yes, they feed off the innocents. But even the Sporylith care not of vampires. They'll kill anything that is within their circle. Anything that threatens a Sporylith that is not a Sporylith is a danger to them. They are a whole breed amongst themselves that even vampires can't compare to. So, truthfully, I think the Sporylith are much more of a situation that we should tackle first. But you have this information on this Valen Silmaris, which you have now informed him of by killing his spawn. So I'm going to give you all an opportunity here to make a decision. Something that Iman might yell at me about, but I feel that the group here is torn between what they would like to do. But
Well, with this newfound information, I am willing. I understand the priority to deal with the Sporylith. I also agree that it is a more dangerous threat, and I'd be willing to do that with everyone else.
if it makes you feel better.
So I apologize team if I was making things urgent. That was selfish of me.
If it makes you feel better, other members of the Adventurers Guild are scouring the lands of Londe near where you found the Sporylith, also looking for potential areas they may be in. And because we're dealing with Sporylith, if you are willing to go back to where Isundra's parents were killed, we'll be sending other members of the guild to join you as well, because we want to make sure that whatever Sporylith is there, that if they increased their numbers at this location, you're going to need the backup, all the backup you can get. So you won't be going in alone, which is why we've summoned Ediar as well to join your ranks. Sporylith or vampire, it matters not. Having an extra cleric in your team is going to be beneficial. But I would highly suggest you take care of the Sporylith first, which, not to say you can't take on this vampire as well, which is why I'm giving you the option. So let us discuss as a group here. Where would you all like to go first?
I would like to level up before we fight the vampire.
Right, if I'm being real honest.
Because I know we can kill the Sporylith. Well, we didn't fight like the final form, right?
No, you did not. Well, you fought a Cerevoid, which is the final form, but there are different versions of the Cerevoid that are much more powerful than a normal Cerevoid. But yes, you have taken out a Cerevoid, which is our version of the Mind Flayer.
Damien, to be 100% honest, I don't want to do either one. But if they're making their way above ground and they're spreading at a rapid rate, I mean, those little things can jump on someone's face. And they can go underwater.
This is true. And with them migrating, which means they could be anywhere in Londe at this current moment. And due to where the research facility was located, if I remember my notes correctly, to the northeast or the southeast of that area, much further than New Tempest, obviously, where we're at, but that's where the king resides, Stratham, the capital city. Isn't that where your family resides, Damien?
It is.
So, them getting anywhere near Stratham is a danger to your family, let alone the king. Can't let that happen now, can we?
Well, guess we had to put our party plans on the back burner, Thaddeus.
Yes, this is more important.
And let's just say, in the meantime, if that's what you all would wish to do, to go and investigate the Sporylith at Isundra's location that she remembers her parents died in, I will have whatever available members of the guild that's in Runswick try and investigate more details about this Valen Somaris. That way, when that you do go to look for him, whatever information that they can gather will help and be beneficial to your quest to find him. How's that sound?
He knows the spawner did. He's probably trying to find us.
Well, knowing vampires, they're not ones to really move locations so quickly, which is probably why he was snooping around New Tempest for a new home. But knowing that his spawn have been killed, I'm going to assume he's not going to try and come to New Tempest, especially with the city now knowing about the spawn. So he's probably hiding anywhere near Runswick in his little hole. We'll snuff him out eventually. But in the meantime, sounds like you all are willing to go and investigate the Sporylith. So it sounds like you might be able to get your revenge, Isundra. How does that make you feel?
A little scared.
Well, which makes sense, but you have your friends with you now, and Ediar Desone is with us. Ediar, what are your thoughts on this? You willing to join them?
Yes, I don't want my friends to be in danger. I'd like to help them when I can.
Excellent. Well, considering that this is a task from the Adventurers Guild that we're asking you to do, you're always going to be paid. Right? Isn't that what you always like to hear? And listen, considering you're a little torn here between going after this vampire and this Sporylith, I will give you a little extra 5% onto that reward, something that Emon Vanellis wouldn't typically do. Eh? How's that sound?
I mean, good. But what if he finds out?
I have ways of skirting around that. He'll be all right.
I like this guy.
Say we're not all that bad. I know Thaddeus here is a bit of a
But of
difficult,
what?
bit of a difficult person to deal with, but you know he can have fun. Isn't that right, Thaddeus? You know how to party.
Oh, I thought you don't do that.
No, back in our day when I first met Thaddeus, we've had a party or two that we've attended. The man can drink, I'll say that.
Yeah, can't outdrink me, but
That's enough. It's enough now.
What's wrong? You afraid of your past getting out, Mr. Paladin?
mm,
Now that you have two clerics with you, you afraid of them knowing that you know how to party?
and your second personality comes out, cognac black.
Well, I can't give you the amount of gold that we'll be offering because we don't know if the Sprout still exists there. So for your mission, I need you all to go back towards Deercrest, where many of you first met, and find out if those Sprout still exist in that cave. I've already sent word to Iman Vanellis of this location through my mage hand here. So we'll be sending some reinforcements to meet you there. So we don't know how many Spiralith might be in this cave of yours, Isundra. So I would say first thing tomorrow morning, take the rest of the day, do what you need to do, gather what supplies you need, and head southeast towards the village of Deercrest to find these Spiralith. I wish you all the best of luck, and when you return to New Tempest, I promise a hefty reward with an additional 5% tacked on be coming your way.
Hold you to it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this meeting wasn't as bad as I thought.
Why did you think it'd be bad?
I like the substitute teacher.
Oh, everyone likes me more than Iman. Iman's a bit of a stiff shoulder as well, but he has his reasons. He is the guild master. Guild master has to be stern. Ain't that right, Thaddeus? Iman's not that bad of a guy.
He's really not. I don't know why people think that, but
No, I don't either.
I don't
Iman
think
has
he's
a bit of a
bad, I
party
just-
side too.
Yeah, I don't. He think he's a little bossy.
Well, he has to make sure things get done around here, right? Some people slack off. You wouldn't believe the number of Adventurers Guild members slack off here and there.
I mean, I don't care how he talks to them. I don't like how he's talking to me.
Well, with that being the case, I think our meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for your undivided attention. There's not much else I have, unless there's anything else you'd like to discuss.
Nope.
Anyone else? Alaric? Ediar? Isundra?
No.
I think we're all good on the information.
Perfect. Oh, and your one friend that's not here with us right now, Yatari, was it? You can discuss this with her whenever you see her, or you can keep her behind, whatever you decide. I know she's part of the Adventurers Guild too, but I know she's also a student of the New Tempest Universities. This might be a lot for her, but she was with you when you fought the Spiral at the research facility, so I think she could hold her own. The more the better in a case like this, but I'll let you all decide that. But if that's all there is to it, no other questions, well, you all are free to go. Chop, chop. Enjoy your day.
Don't be chop chopping me. All right, man. See you around.
Take care. As he stands, or I don't know, he doesn't say. He's still leaning back in his chair with his feet kicked up on his desk as he waves the hand. One of his mage hands floats to the door and opens it for you to leave, allowing the party to leave the office. And as you all step back into the main lobby of the Adventurers Guild, you now have your next mission, which Ediar will be joining you on. And to your guys' knowledge, again, Deercrest is where episode 1 of Taverns and Caverns started, of season 1. It's where the party originally met. This area is to the east of Deercrest, not very far. So you know exactly where you'll be heading to. At least Ediar, Damien, and Isundra know where Deercrest is. As far as Thaddeus and Alaric, you guys may not know. Yaito wasn't there either, so he's unaware of where Deercrest is. But you now know where your next destination is. And with that knowledge, is there anything you party would want to speak about or do for the rest of the day?
I was just going to ask about the swords, the weapons.
Yeah, I need my star metal weapon.
Ah, yes. Back at There Be Smoke. We'll say a number of time has gone by, and you would assume that your weapons are completed. Barsora has most likely completed crafting your new weaponry. And we can get to that on the next episode of Taverns and Caverns.
Nice.
Woohoo! Surprise! Julian's here!
ADR.
I just think it's funny because you all were so shocked that it was so quiet. I think you all actually thought it was AI.
I did, and I'm like, I don't know if I should cheer for this. Like, would you pull clips from him? Like, I was like, wait. Kendall's first comment in the chat was ill. WTF.
Because it kept going. I was like, what the?
Yeah, and I put AIDR. I was like, wait.
I had to come up with a way to make you guys know it wasn't Julian.
I mean, it worked.
It worked,
It
right?
did. It did.
And Julian, say something random so they know it's not AI, please.
Something as spontaneous as could possibly be. My throat's like killing me, so.
Yeah, so Julian's not feeling too good. He caught the cold, which is why his voice is a little scratchy.
Man.
He's not feeling that great, which sucks because this is his first episode back of season 3.
No,
But
I
yeah,
appreciate you doing it when you didn't feel well, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking it out.
So with that being the case, like I mentioned, so Julian is only going to be part-time though, so he'll only be in a few sessions here and there due to his schedule. But I was more than happy that he agreed to at least be back part-time. So you won't always have Ediar with you guys, so just keep that in mind. But he has the reasonings because he's now the head of House Drasone, and he's got duties to attend to as the noble head of his house. So that's going to come into play as he comes and goes. But Julian and I spent plenty of time a couple weeks ago redoing his character sheet because he wanted to make sure that he was on par with everything. And he is no longer an Aasimar. He's a Seraphim, which I believe that... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Alaric isn't part Seraphim. That was
Fortunato.
That was Fortunato. Yeah, never mind. But the Seraphim have replaced the Aasimar. So he still has the stats of an Aasimar. He's just called a Seraphim here in the world of Reverie. So we made sure he was up to snuff. He's now level 8 because season 1 ended on level 7, I believe. So Ediar is now on par with the rest of you. So we took the time to update his character sheet. So Julian, it's good to have you back, buddy, even though it's part-time. It's good to see you, man. Happy you were able to join us. I hope you're excited to get back into the fray.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need help. We're getting into some
Craving
bullshit.
for a while.
So, well, that's all I got for today, guys, is all the role play session. So I wanted to make sure that Julian got a little bit comfortable with the group, with Rod and Kendall being here. But again, Julian will be part-time, so don't get too used to Ediar's heels being there at all times. Alaric getting kind of brave here. You might need a second cleric.
Hey, I mean, I wasn't like saying like don't include Ediar. I could do it myself. I didn't say anything crazy like that. But I'm also shocked that like no one like it's all right, Alaric, you talking out kind of crazy. Like everyone was super quiet when I was like
Yep, it's
talking.
your side mission. Well, we already let you get this far. Abandoning you now is fucked up.
Well, exactly.
And we're on that vampire shit list, so we gotta finish what we started.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like I'm concerned about like why I was thinking about it is like are there people going to die because of like how we're not there? We're like already prepared to like somewhat know what is happening with like what we dealt with before. I'm not saying that we truly know what Valen is capable of capable of, but just like making the proper preparations for all of that. And then there's something else I was going to add to it, but I think you guys know where I'm getting at. But also probably Felicia's probably like, no, I don't.
Well, we're now diving into some
Yeah, the
backstory territory with Isundra's parents being killed, but plus the Spirylith, which again, you know
Also
all about
important.
them, Kendall.
Yeah, that as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, we gotta do that. I'm not a selfish cleric. I'm not gonna think of that just being one thing. In addition to that, just the Spirylith are literally is like a growing horde of a monster, so we can't let that.
Yeah, I mean, even vampires don't like the Spirylith. Put it that way. They're the higher threats, if anything. So, and that's where we'll end this episode of Taverns and Caverns. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another exciting episode of Taverns and Caverns. This is your Dungeon Master, HaphazardDM. You can find me on Twitter at HaphazardDM.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Bri. I play Damien / Desiree, and you can find me on Twitter at Blaze_NBK.
Hi, I'm Felicia, and I play Isundra. You can find me anywhere on the internet at daggertribal.
Hi, I'm Rod or Rodimus, playing Thaddeus. You can find me on Blue Sky at Rodimus83 or Twitter or X at Rodimus7901.
Hey, my name is Kendall, and I play Alaric Silverwind, and you can find me on Twitter at AirDashClubKen.
Hello, my name's Julian. I play ADR If you want to reach me on social media, you can go to Twitter at JDubs404.
All right, thank you guys. Those are our players for Taverns and Caverns Season 3. And again, don't forget to check out the Taverns and Caverns Patreon. On our Patreon, you'll find exclusive monthly episodes that are strictly exclusive to our Patreon, as well as some additional content that you won't want to miss. So thanks again, everyone. Until next time on Taverns and Caverns.